Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me today so that we can talk about what the Pinup project is. I don't know about you guys, but when I think about the 50s, I think about two things. I think about pinups, which are the epitome of self-pride, healthy, beautiful women, and I think about the stereotypical 50s housewife. The women who kept America going, who did everything within their power to keep their houses just going as smoothly as they possibly could, and both of those women that come to mind, the pinup and the housewife, are both spectacular and live in this amazing nostalgic era that might as well have been a completely different universe. When I say that the 50s is a completely alternate universe, I'm speaking literally. So many people have the idea of the 50s that is really an entanglement of so many great aspects of different decades, from the 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s and 70s. Just this nostalgic idea of what was perfection in a time that was not now. In fact, the 1950s were not perfect at all, and neither was any time, ever. Part of the exciting thing about this project is going to be learning good and bad aspects of a lot of different time periods. So I'm using these different things, the idea of a pinup, the idea of the perfect 50s housewife, the idea of sock hops and rock and roll, all of these things that accumulate together to make the 50s. And I'm using my idea of the 50s and society's idea of the perfect 50s as a framing device for what I hope will be a year of vast self-improvement. About a year or so ago, I got really big into watching the 1950s how-to videos, you know, the ones that they used to show in schools. But nothing really came of it. You know, I watched them for a while and then I quit watching them because, you know, they weren't as interesting, and I watched most of the ones that I could find, and I didn't really think of it until I started the keto diet. And there were aspects of that diet that I liked and aspects that I didn't like, but we're gonna get into that in a later video. What's important is that I was looking up features that fit all of the research and all of the experience I had of what worked for me, and I came across this one video that was created in 1951 after a study that was done, I think, in Massachusetts. If not, I will put all of the information either up here or down below. But I found this video and everything about it was just such common sense, just like all of the other vintage how-to videos that I was watching had been. And so that's when the idea occurred to me that perhaps I could do an experiment and see how following the advice of these videos would impact my life, if it would make any difference at all, or if it would make a huge difference. There's a lot of things about myself that I want to improve on, that go far beyond my weight. Of course I would like to lose weight, but there are a lot of other things that I need to work on. And I really resonate with the straightforward way that the videos conduct themselves. Sometimes they're a little bit too rude, a little bit to whatever, but for the most part they're very straightforward and within context make a lot of sense. In a lot of the videos on this channel, we're going to be talking about the good parts of these propaganda films, but we're also going to be talking about the parts that are outdated and the parts that might just be downright bad advice. So don't think this is going to be a series about just how great this one point in history was, because like I said, we're more discussing the idea of the time, and during those videos we're going to be comparing the idea of what was going on during the 50s to what actually was going on in the 50s. So hopefully you guys will find that kind of interesting, because I've learned so much already and I find it fascinating. Also, I feel like following these propaganda films will be tremendously helpful, because I don't know about anybody else, but having a framing device or a theme to do literally anything helps me get through. It helps it make it a little bit more fun for me. And that's really what the whole pinup project thing is about. So if you enjoy the pinup style, if you enjoy self-improvement, if you enjoy learning a little bit about history, definitely subscribe to this channel and come with me on this journey of what will hopefully be self-improvement and developing self-control and self-management and just learning how to do things that, truthfully, I probably should have learned how to do quite a long time ago. I'm hoping it'll be a great time, and I'm hoping you'll be here with me. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you guys will join me next time when we really get started. Bye!